Welcome to the Eden Cup 2018 at Sportstock, University of East London, the first competition of the FIE World Cup Junior season for men and women. The four finalists of the men's competition are withOFF Kirill, Russia, fencing Klein Louis, Germany in the first semi-final, joined by withOFF Vladislav, who will fence withOFF Anton, the twin brother of Kirill, in an all-Russian second semi-final. withOFF Kirill, left-handed, ranked number 3 in the world on the left. He is the current European champion and won the World Championship 2017. On the right side, Klein Louis, right-handed, currently ranked in the 9th place, for whom it will be the first final since the bronze medal in the World Championship 2016. The Russian attacks again. Klein parries, misses the target, and the Russian scores the hit to 1-0. Again, withOFF starts the attack. A parry from Klein, counter parry withOFF, but final parry is by Klein, who hits and closes to 1-all. The next attack of withOFF is again parried by Klein, and he scores the hit to 2-1. In the meantime, the German has gone in the lead with 7-11. You see the German attacking and scoring the 12th hit. After a break in between the second and the third bout, where the coaches give last advice, the fight starts with a score of 12-13 for Klein. He attacks, first the Russian and then Klein, misses the riposte, and withOFF takes the chance and equalizes the score to 13-all. Again the Russian attacks, Klein parries and both hit, but the referee decides parry riposte by Klein, with score now being at 13-14 for the German. A critical situation for the Russian, as Klein needs only one more point to win. withOFF takes a chance and attacks, is parried by Klein, who misses, parries again and scores the final hit and wins the fight 15-13. In the second semi-final, withOFF Vladislav on the left, leading 1-0, and withOFF Anton on the right. withOFF is the first to attack but misses the target, and withOFF makes the hit to 2-0. Here some facts. Left-handed withOFF won a silver medal at the European Championship 2017 and is currently ranked in 16th place, while his opponent, withOFF Anton, has had a better season in 2017-18, which put him at 4th place in the ranking. Knowing these facts, it will be quite interesting who will be the winner of this fight. Just now, withOFF is putting a lot of pressure on withOFF, who is trying not to cross the end line, makes a parry post, both hit, but only withOFF's light comes on, bringing the score to 2-1. Now between bouts the rest, and you can see both are not attended by their coaches, which out of fairness is not done with fencers from the same nation. Starting again at 7-12 for withOFF, withOFF starts the attack, both close the distance, each fighting very hard to score the point, with withOFF being the lucky one who brings up the score to 7-13. At 8-14 it is again withOFF putting pressure on withOFF, clearly aiming to finish the fight. Parry posts going back and forth, and withOFF makes the last hit and wins the fight with 15-8. As the men take the break before the final, here are the four finalists of the women's competition: Mai, USA, Anna Shenkova, Vitalina, Russia, Binder, Sylvie, USA, Udovishenko, Anna, Russia. In the first semi-final, Anna Shenkova, who has reached her first Junior World Cup final, fights on the left side against Thieu on the right. Anna Shenkova starts the fight with an attack, misses the target, and Thieu scores the point. Both her and Thieu have already shown potential in the cadets, later by winning a silver medal in the Cadet Worlds 2018. Anna Shenkova attacks again. Both fencers make blade contact and hit, the Russian off target, Thieu on target. The referee decides parry riposte for Anna Shenkova. Starting again with the score 2-3 for Thieu, she parries the attack of Anna Shenkova. Parries again, makes a riposte, but no lights come up, so the Russian can score another point to equal the score. Shortly before the first break, the Russian leads 7-5 and makes a half-hearted attack, which the American parries immediately and can score a point to 7-6 with only 14 seconds to go. The break not only allowed the coaches to give advice, but the fencers to regain strength and time to change tactics. In the second bout, Anna Shchenkova leads by 10-6 when she hurts her knee. In the following action, Teo manages to gain points and is leading 14-13. Both fencers attack, both score a hit, but the referee sees an attack from Teo, who wins by 15-13. The Russian is disagreeing with the decision, but as in junior competitions no video is used, she has to accept it and shake hands. In the second semi-final on the left side, Udovichenko Anna, Russia, who already equalized last year's result, is fencing Binder Silvia USA, who secured the 5th place in the World Championships 2018. Both fencers are left-handed, as you can see, which some say is an advantage as the reaction time is a bit shorter. Both take their time, then Binder's making an attack, parry post from the Russian, who leads with 1-0. At 2-all, Binder starts advancing. Into this preparation, Udovichenko starts an attack and scores another hit and leads 3-2. Both finally go into the first minute break after a 3-minute fight with the score still at 3-2. In the meantime, the Russian has scored another point and leads 4-3 when Udovichenko is attacking again. Binder parries, riposts and equals the score. As the final break still sees the score at 4-all, it gives both the last chance to sway the fight in their favor and win this fight. Udovichenko advances, Binder parries, misses and the Russian hits instead. The score is 5-4. This time Binder advances and into the preparation the Russian starts an attack, misses, parries and makes the hit and leads 6-4. Then the first riposte of Udovichenko misses, the second one counts, putting the score to 7-4. Binder has to close the gap and attacks. Udovichenko makes a parry post and scores another point. At 8-4 with only 44 seconds left, Binder has to take action, but again is parried by the Russian, who puts the score to 9-4. The American keeps fighting at now 9-5, but another parry post from Udovichenko puts the score up again to 10-5. With the score at 13-5, Binder makes one more hit before finally losing 13-6 by timeout. In the men's final, Bordachev Anton, Russia, will fence Klein, Louis, Germany. There are 3 referees, one main ref who is in charge of the decisions, and 2 side refs who support him during the fight. Joining in at 1-all, Bordachev attacks, hits and raises the score to 2-1. Both fencers are moving back to the start line after the valid hit. This time, Klein attacks, but misses, and again the Russian can score a point, now leading by 3-1. Another miss attacked by Klein brings the score up to 4-1. Bordachev makes blade contact and does it again, as Klein shows no reaction and can again score a point, moving it up to 5-1. Klein attacks, Bordachev parries, but misses the riposte and Klein makes the hit to 5-2. Klein keeps attacking and makes the hit to 5-3 with a beat attack. Bordachev moves up the pressure, attacks again and with another hit leads 6-3. Both attack, but Klein's attack is not correct, so Bordachev gets awarded the hit to 7-3. Bordachev starts the attack, misses, and it's answered by a counter-attack of Klein, who hits to 7-4. The Russian attacks again, Klein parries, both are fighting for the point, and last parry is by Klein, who misses, and the hit goes to Bordachev, who is now leading by 8-4. Attack by Klein, parry post Bordachev, who leads 9-4.
From the ladies' final.
After a break by 9-5, withOFF is putting pressure on Klein, moving him to the end line, attacks, misses, and Klein can make the hit, putting the score to 9-6. Again, withOFF starts to move forward, but Klein counterattacks. The Russian parries and gets the hits to 10-6. Klein changes tactic and starts attacking, and in the infight, withOFF succeeds and scores the 11th hit. Both fences are moving back and forth until Klein prepares to attack, and withOFF steps into that action and scores the hit, leading by 12-6. withOFF uses the exact same action for the hit to 13-6. For the next hit, withOFF attacks. Klein makes a parry pass, misses, and withOFF hits 14-6. After going back to the start line, Klein starts to attack, which is countered by an attack from withOFF, who misses, and while going back, Klein still manages to hit him. It's now 14-7. withOFF obviously wants to finish the fight and attacks, by just seconds on the clock. The attack is parried by Klein, who scores the hit, 14-8. In the break, Klein's coach is probably trying to give him as much information as possible in the short time and keep him mentally fit, as Klein still has a small chance to win the fight, as they have just finished the first bout. withOFF puts pressure on Klein and tries to move him to the end line, but Klein holds against that and scores a point to 14-9 with a parry riposte. Both move forward. Klein attacks, withOFF steps in. Klein parries, misses because withOFF passes him, and then both turn around and withOFF makes the last hit to 15-10. You see Klein complaining as withOFF has passed him, and due to regulations, only Klein would be allowed to turn and try one hit. Also, being outside the piste with 1 foot calls for the referee to stop the fight. Medal ceremony, Men's Foil Eden Cup 2018. And the winner is withOFF Anton, Russia. In the women's final on the left side, Udovichenko Anna, Russia, will fence Thieu May, USA, standing on the right side. As both fences start off very cautiously and there's no blade contact in the first minute, the ref moves the fight up to the second bout without a break. They keep fencing, and after a while Thieu starts with an attack and scores the first hit. Again they move back and forth, not really attacking, then both make a step forward lunge, but Thieu gets the hit as Udovichenko starts just a bit too late. A beat attack from Thieu, who leads now by 3-0. Attack from Udovichenko, parry passed by Thieu, who leads 4-0. The Russian asks to bend the blade, which also gives her time to concentrate. Udovichenko starts to attack, and into her last step, Thieu hits her and then deflects the blade and raises the score to 5-0. Then Thieu starts the attack, Udovichenko makes a parry pass and scores her first hit to 1-5. During their only break, you can see the different approaches of the fencers, as one moves around and the other sits on a chair while listening to the coach. Udovichenko starts the third bout by attacking first. Then both move back and forth, and the Russian attacks again, and Thieu parries and again scores the hit, now leading 6-1. Compared to the men's fight, you can see the difference as women tend to fence more tactical and take their time, as Udovichenko and Thieu show now to perfection. Compared to the men's fight, you can see the difference as women tend to fence more tactical and take their time, as Udovichenko and Thieu show us just now to perfection. Thieu starts an attack, but like the last hit, the Russian parries and hits on targeting, putting the score to 2-6. As Udovichenko attacks again, the American parries and the riposte still comes on time, so she puts up the score to 7-2. Again the Russian attacks, this time Thieu steps in and deflects the blade of Udovichenko, leading comfortably with 8-2. Udovichenko is still trying to score her point by attacking, putting pressure on Thieu, trying to move her across the end line, and she's successful as she parries Thieu's defensive action and scores her third point to 3-8. Again the Russian attacks, Thieu parries, misses, and Udovichenko takes the point now, closing to 4-8. You see almost the same action, but this time the American makes the hit and brings the score to 9-4. But Udovichenko needs to score points, so she keeps attacking, moving Thieu close to the end line. Then she attacks again and makes the hit. It's now 5-9. Again the Russian starts to put pressure on Thieu to move her to the end line, leaving the American with only 1 foot before the line. Then Thieu starts her attack and makes the hit. She now leads by 10-5. Another parry riposte from Thieu extends her lead to 11-5. Now Thieu is attacking. Udovichenko parries, the American parries too, and scores the 12th point. With only 37 seconds left for Udovichenko to have a chance at victory, she attacks, misses, and Thieu scores the hit to 13-5. Another attack from Udovichenko, who misses again, and Thieu makes the 14th hit. With 20 seconds to go, the Russian tries again with an attack, misses. Thieu makes a hit and wins the fight, and with that her first Junior World Cup competition with 15-5. Medal ceremony Women's Foil Eden Cup 2018. And the winner is Thieu, USA.